Do you love your cat but aren't sure if he truly understands? Cats don't speak with words, they communicate with gestures, glances, and small daily routines. And when you learn their language, the bond becomes deeper and more genuine. Today, you'll discover 12 simple and powerful ways to tell your cat, "I love you," in a language he understands. Your cat already speaks to you, it's time to respond in his own language. 1. Spend quality time with your cat. Beyond any gesture or word, the time you share with your cat is the clearest way to tell him you love him. For a feline, your constant presence is synonymous with security. It's not enough to feed him or clean his litter box, what truly strengthens the bond is spending time with him every day. Setting aside specific moments to be together shows him that he's important to you. You can sit beside him while he rests, speak to him gently, play with him, or simply accompany him while he goes about his routines. These small moments build a relationship based on trust and closeness. Cats create emotional bonds through the repetition of positive experiences. When they associate your presence with tranquility, play, and attention, they begin to see you as an essential part of their world. Your time is the deepest language of love. Feline. When you choose to be with him, your cat understands that he is not just an animal in your house, but a valued member of your life. 2. Play together to strengthen your bond. Playing is one of the most natural ways to show love to a cat. For them, playing isn't just fun, but an instinctive need. In nature, cats are hunters, and play mimics that essential behavior. When you play with your cat, you enter its world. You give it the opportunity to stalk, pounce, and catch, which releases pent-up energy and reduces stress. Furthermore, these moments create positive experiences that your cat will associate with you. Studies have shown that interactive play strengthens the bond between humans and cats and can even stimulate the release of oxytocin, known as the love hormone. That's why many cats prefer playing with their human to receiving food. Spending a few minutes a day playing with your cat not only improves its physical and mental health but also builds a relationship based on trust and shared fun. For your cat, playing with you is a clear way of understanding that you love it. 3. Speak to it in a soft, calm voice. Although cats don't understand words the way we do, they are perfectly attuned to the emotional tone of the human voice. For them, how you speak is far more important than what you say. When you speak to your cat in a soft, relaxed voice, you're conveying calm and security. Your tone becomes a familiar signal that tells them everything is alright. Many cats respond to this type of communication by approaching, purring, or blinking slowly. In the wild, cats use soft vocalizations to communicate with their young or with trusted individuals. That's why, when you speak to them gently, you're using a language they recognize instinctively. You don't need complicated phrases. Saying their name, greeting them when you arrive, or talking to them while petting them can be enough. For your cat, your voice is an emotional bridge. And when that bridge is filled with gentleness and affection, the message of love becomes clear and understandable. 4. Pet him in his favorite spots. Petting is a direct form of emotional communication with your cat. However, it's not just about touching him, but about doing so in the places he truly enjoys. Most cats prefer the areas where their scent glands are concentrated: cheeks, chin, base of the ears, and, in some cases, the base of the tail. When you pet these spots, you stimulate areas associated with relaxation and well-being. This type of contact mimics social grooming among cats, a behavior they use to strengthen bonds within their group. Therefore, when you pet him correctly, your cat interprets the gesture as a sign of trust and belonging. Observe his reactions. If he closes his eyes, purrs, or leans toward your hand, it's a sign that you're doing it right. If he twitches his tail quickly or moves away, he probably needs space. Understanding how he likes to be petted demonstrates respect for his personality, and that respect is one of the deepest forms of feline love. 5. Slow blinking, the cat's kiss. Slow blinking is one of the most subtle and beautiful signs of affection in the feline world. When a cat looks at you and slowly closes its eyes, it's expressing trust and tranquility in your presence. For an animal that is both predator and prey, closing its eyes in front of another being is a vulnerable act. It means it feels safe enough to let its guard down. In other words, it's telling you, I trust you. You can respond to this gesture by mirroring its behavior. Look at it gently, blink slowly, and maintain a relaxed expression. Many cats respond by blinking back or approaching you. This small visual exchange is like a silent kiss between you and your cat. It requires no words, no petting, no food, just mutual trust. When you practice slow blinking with your cat, you're speaking a language it understands perfectly, the language of calm, trust, and quiet love. 6. Let him rub his scent on you. When your cat rubs against your legs, hands, or face, he's not just seeking physical contact. He's leaving his scent on you, a way of marking you as part of his territory and social group. Cats have scent glands on their heads and cheeks. By rubbing against you, they deposit pheromones that create a familiar and safe environment. It's their way of saying, you're one of us. Responding to this gesture is very simple. Lean toward him, allow the contact, and gently stroke the areas where he has rubbed. This exchange strengthens the bond and reinforces the sense of belonging. For a cat, scent is an essential part of communication. Through it, he recognizes those who are part of his safe world. When you allow your cat to mark you with his scent, you are accepting his message of love and responding in his own language. 7. Understand his body language. Cats constantly communicate through their bodies. The position of their tail, ears, eyes, and even their overall posture convey information about how they feel. For example, a raised tail with a slightly curved tip is usually a sign of a friendly greeting. It's the feline equivalent of a smile. In contrast, a twitching or lowered tail can indicate irritation or discomfort. Learning to read these signals allows you to respond appropriately to their emotions. If you notice they are relaxed, you can approach them with confidence. If they show signs of stress, it's best to give them space. This kind of observation demonstrates respect and understanding. For your cat, having someone understand their language without words is a profound expression of affection. When you respond to their body language appropriately, you show them that you hear them, understand them, and respect them. And in the feline world, that's a very clear way of saying, I love you. 8. Respect their space and boundaries. Love for a cat is also shown by knowing when not to interfere. Cats are independent animals that value their personal space. Not all of them enjoy being picked up, cuddled, or disturbed while resting. Observing their reactions is key. If they try to escape when you pick them up or swish their tail uncomfortably, they probably need space. Respecting that desire is a sign of understanding and empathy. It's also important to offer them places where they can be alone, a quiet bed, a cozy box, or a high vantage point. These refuges allow them to relax and feel safe. When a cat knows their space will be respected, they become more confident and affectionate of their own volition. The affection that arises from freedom is much stronger than that which is imposed. Respecting their boundaries doesn't mean loving them any less. On the contrary, it's a mature and profound way to show love in the language cats truly understand. 9. Sleeping together as a sign of trust. Sleep time is one of the most vulnerable times for any animal. That's why, when your cat decides to sleep next to you, it's demonstrating a high level of trust. You shouldn't force this behavior. However, if your cat settles in your lap, at your feet, or near your head, it's a clear sign that it feels safe with you. Sharing rest creates a special connection. Many studies have indicated that sleeping near a pet can reduce stress and generate a sense of calm in both humans and animals. This gesture isn't just about physical comfort. It's an emotional act. Your cat chooses to be near you when it needs protection the most. When you respect its rest and allow it to share that moment with you, you're participating in one of the deepest trust rituals in the feline world. 10. offering treats and food with love. Food has a special meaning for cats. In nature, hunting is a central activity in their daily lives. That's why, when you offer them a treat or their favorite food, they perceive it as something valuable. Giving an occasional treat is a simple way to strengthen your bond. It's like saying, "I was thinking of you," without words. However, this gesture should be done in moderation to protect their health. Choosing appropriate foods, serving them at regular times, and observing their preferences demonstrates care and commitment. Your cat learns to associate you with positive experiences. For them, the person who provides food is an important figure in their world. You not only satisfy their hunger, but you also offer them security. When you feed your cat responsibly and lovingly, you are communicating love in a way their instincts perfectly understand. 11. Create a safe and predictable environment. Cats feel calmer when their environment is stable. They are creatures of habit, and any sudden change can cause them stress. Maintaining regular schedules for feeding, play, and rest gives them a sense of control and security. It's also important to provide them with a clean litter box, fresh water, and comfortable spaces where they can relax. Hiding places, elevated beds, and scratching posts help cats feel like they own their territory. When a cat perceives its home as a safe place, its behavior becomes more relaxed and confident. A predictable environment tells your cat that it can let its guard down, that there are no threats, and that its world is stable. And for a cat, that stability is one of the deepest forms of love it can receive. 12. Let it sniff and lick you. The sense of smell is fundamental for cats. Through scents, they identify people, places, and situations. When your cat sniffs you, it's gathering information and recognizing you as part of its safe environment. Licks, on the other hand, are a sign of affection. Among cats, this behavior is known as social grooming and serves to reinforce group bonds. If your cat licks your hand or arm, it's expressing trust and affection. It's its version of a hug or a gesture of bonding. Allowing this behavior without withdrawing strengthens that bond. You're telling it that you accept its closeness and its way of expressing affection. For your cat, sniffing and licking you isn't just curiosity. It's a clear and direct way of telling you that it loves you and considers you part of its family. As cat lovers, we all want our furry friends to live their best lives. But how can we tell if they're happy? Sometimes our felines are so mysterious, but the truth is, they're giving us signs all the time. In the video on screen, we're going to reveal 21 clear signs that indicate your cat is very happy and healthy. Don't miss it. How do you show your cat you love them? Tell us in the comments. Cats don't say, "I love you," with words. They say it with a slow blink, a nap beside you, a gentle nudge of their head against your hand. In their own quiet way, they too choose trust and love. And when you learn to speak their language, you discover that this little furry creature doesn't just live with you, lives to share their world with you. Because for your cat, you're not just their human. You're their refuge, their routine, their home. And in their feline heart, that's true love.